Good afternoon. Welcome to our press conference. I'm Fred Oles, president of Nebraska Wesleyan University, and I'm delighted to have all of you with us today. Our announcement today is that Nebraska Wesleyan is joining the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. It's a great move for our school, and first of all, I'm delighted to welcome to Nebraska Wesleyan today Chuck Yergin, Commissioner of the Iowa Conference. Please welcome Chuck, who's going to make some initial remarks.
Well, we had some Cedar Rapids reporters who put two and two together last week, and some stuff appeared on their website, including a picture of me. And I'm sure if any of you saw that, you're wondering who is this old guy standing in front of you now. That picture is probably 15 years old, but I'm happy to be here. This is an announcement that really speaks for itself. A school that's rich in history in a neighboring state, and one that we could not be more thrilled to have joining us in the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. President Oles has been a leader in Division III governance. Ira Zeff has been a leader in Division III governance and on sport committees, and so we know that you all are very familiar with what Division III is all about. We have our four letters in the conference right now: integrity, integration, which is all about that, getting involved in the campus, achievement and character. And that's what that's what a Division III experience is supposed to be about, and that's the one we're going to give to this entire campus. And we look forward to those first set of games in 2016, 2017. We're made up of 8 schools. We're also very history rich, all founded in the 1800s, just like Nebraska Wesleyan. Our conference has been around since 1922. This announcement comes in conjunction with an announcement that we will begin a strategic visioning effort amongst our schools to figure out how we're going to position ourselves to be the most effective in the future. And one of the ways that we can be effective is to add such a great school. And again, we couldn't be more pleased. I know one of the things that both Joshua Schroeder, let me introduce Joshua Schroeder, by the way, is my assistant back here. You can give him a round of applause too. Josh is our able information director, and also is my assistant and does a lot of great things for myself, including scheduling, which I want no part of, especially right now. He's going to be under a lot of pressure to get Nebraska Wesleyan in the fold. But I think one of the main things that our office has done since I've been commissioner and I started in fall of 2008 is to make our schools feel like they're part of something bigger. And and we do that in ways that are tangible. We have a student athlete leadership conference that is done every other year, where 8 student athletes and a coach or a chaperone come to Cedar Rapids, and we talk about the conference. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and one of the main goals of that event is to have those 8 individuals leaving thinking, I am part of a very special group of schools. And we do that in other ways during the course of the year too. But we want you to know that you are not just part of an athletic association, but you're part of a great family of now 9 schools. And again, we look forward to those first competitions in a couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. This is an exciting and historic day for Nebraska Wesleyan, and I want to offer just a snapshot of things that have led us to this wonderful transition. Several years ago, the Board of Governors of Nebraska Wesleyan University commissioned a task force to examine our athletic affiliations, and that task force came, first of all, to the conclusion that Nebraska Wesleyan should seek to discontinue its longtime dual affiliation with both of the national associations that we have in intercollegiate athletics, that was not serving us effectively anymore. The task force then also asked that we examine what were the possibilities for finding a new membership with an NCAA Division III conference. Well, here we have it. The Iowa Conference is a wonderful fit for Nebraska Wesleyan. It's a splendid setting for us to emphasize the Division III philosophy that every student athlete is a student first of all, and we get terrific balance with our athletics, our academics, and the entire intercollegiate experience. So we're looking forward to this change very much. It's going to strengthen our athletic program, and there's a lot of excitement on campus among the student athletes, the coaches, faculty, staff. And here to give a little more of an impression about the transition we're making is Ira Zeff, Dr. Ira Zeff, our athletic director.
Thank you, Fred. Today is a great day for Nebraska Wesleyan and P. Wolf Nation. The opportunity to become a member of the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference will further enrich the student-athlete experience at NWU. Nebraska Wesleyan Athletics has a long, rich tradition of excellence. Numerous conference banners show around Snyder Arena, many more in Knight Fieldhouse. Our student-athletes have earned 153 Academic All-America Awards, which ranks us 8th in the country, as well as 49 NCAA postgraduate scholarships, which ranks us 5th among all NCAA institutions. Two examples of these type of awards are from our 2015 graduates, Brock Towdy, Alyssa Stanek, who have earned actually both of these prestigious honors. Brock, a cross-country and track athlete, will be attending graduate school at Stanford this fall, and Alyssa, a volleyball All-American, will attend UNMC for physical therapy. Nebraska Wesleyan has won an NCAA Division III national championship in golf, as the banner shows over here. Our men's basketball program has participated in 14 NCAA postseason tournaments, reaching the Final Four 5 different times. Our track and field cross-country teams have finished in the Division III top 4 18 different times. We've had the honor of hosting the NCAA Division III National Championship in golf 3 different times, and also hosted the 2014 Division III Indoor Track and Field Championships. Division III is definitely a part of Nebraska Wesleyan and our true success and history of excellence. The move to the Iowa Conference is going to enable Nebraska Wesleyan to embrace the Division III philosophy on a daily basis. IIAC schools hold the same values as Nebraska Wesleyan, of balancing athletic excellence as well as academic rigor. It will provide greater opportunities for Nebraska Wesleyan student athletes to participate in NCAA Division III postseason play in all of our sports. This will happen through automatic bursts when our teams win conference championships, and as well as enabling our teams to play a competitive Division III schedule to be selected more often as at-large qualifiers. It is indeed an honor to be a member of the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this truly starts the beginning of the next chapter of NCAA Division III and success at Nebraska Wesleyan. Now, if Chuck and Fred want to join me, we'll open it up for questions. Ken?
As I said, we're beginning a strategic positioning effort, and I would say that this is probably a good time to think about our name going forward. How about if I leave it at that?
But it hasn't been discussed.
It has not been discussed as yet, but it's something that will clearly be on the table.
Go ahead, Ken.
Does this do your budget with more travel, lots more travel?
Well, certainly travel is going to be probably the biggest difference for us, and certainly will add to our budget. Certainly as the Board of Governors and Fred have been working on this, that's something that's been in consideration. And the experience that our student athletes are going to have through this process will be well worth that extra money that we're spending to be a part of the Iowa Conference schools. At this point, I'd be guessing. We have done some studies, but to really know what the bus costs are a year from now would be just a guess.
One thing I would add is that many of our teams already travel and enjoy travel as part of their entire season. So we've had our cross-country team traveling significant distances, tennis and a number of the other teams, and I think to bring this opportunity to even more of our teams to have travel opportunities as part of their season is a plus from my point of view, and we'll handle the additional cost.
Yeah.
As far as football scheduling goes, you're going to have 8 other teams who play in this conference. What do you do to fill the remaining 2 games in the 10-game schedule? Does that include maybe scheduling something with Doane or Concordia to fill that?
As always with our non-conference schedule, every opportunity is available. Just a matter of if the schools can, work the same open dates. But certainly our natural rivals will be on our minds as we schedule with all of our sports, as well as other Division III schools that maybe we didn't have the opportunity to play before. Ken? Now, Dick? It'll be effective fall of 2016, and we'll be a full member at that time. We will finish our requirement with the GPAC and our final season throughout the 15-16 school year, and look forward to going through that process with our natural rivals and the other GPAC members. Ken?
Because it's never been clear, what sports do you already participate in Division III?
Well, being dual affiliated, we have to declare each April what sports will be NCAA Division III or NEI for postseason play the following year. Currently, we're down to track and cross country, men's golf, and volleyball. Our scheduling, the growth in the number of games through the GPAC conference and some other scheduling things have limited the number of teams that have been able to declare Division III. Ken?
How much time did you take to work with the IIAC in getting this accomplished?
Well, Ira and I would probably have different answers because Ira's been here 17 years. I've been here 8 years. This has been a perennial topic of discussion at Nebraska Wesleyan in one form or another for decades. But I would say that the recent experience, it's a lot of months of conversation to come to an excellent outcome.
Yeah, and I would say that I first met Ira when I first started my career in Division III. Ira has served as the D3CA, the Division III Commissioners Association representative for the independents. And I can tell you from the very first meeting that I had with that group, Ira came up and said, "What are you thinking about membership? What are you thinking at this point?" And then part of what happened. We lost a school a couple of years back. We've also had some presidential transition, and so now that that's all in place, that this made it the right time for us to take this step.
I wonder maybe you could just kind of explain the difficulties of being a dual member of the NAIA and the NCAA Division III. How this would simplify things a little bit.
That's a great question. Certainly on a day-to-day basis, Joe Bunstock, our Assistant Athletic Director, who does a lot of our eligibility and compliance work, and I work together, and we have to balance a set of rules from the NEI and a set of rules from NCAA Division III. And Nebraska Wesleyan always follows the strictest rule of either organization. So we juggle that on a daily basis. Certainly trying to help everyone understand what is dual affiliation and how does that work, how does that impact our student athletes, and trying to balance choosing what championship role you're going to play in the following year. I hope everyone understand what does it mean to be NAI, what does it mean to be Division III. It makes it a lot more complicated for our coaches, our admissions counselors who are out trying to sell Nebraska Wesleyan as an institution. And so this will certainly clear up and make that a much simpler sell that we can tell, here's what we are, and this is what we believe in. This is how it's going to help you have a great experience at Nebraska Wesleyan. No?
Are you considering adding any new sports?
Well, we announced a week ago that we were going to add the sport of wrestling starting in 2016. That's been part of the strategic plan presented to the Board of Governors. And so this happened to be the right timing of that, since the Iowa Conference sponsors wrestling and is one of the best wrestling conferences in the country. So it worked out good timing that way, but it has been part of the strategic plan for a couple of years. And probably add to that, last year we added swimming. And so Nebraska Wesleyan is, I think, always prided itself on having a broad sports program and a broad-based program, and just adding swimming, adding wrestling is only going to help that. If I don't see other hands, coaches and we'll be around if you want to come up and talk and ask individual questions. Be happy to take those. I think we have some refreshments out in the hallway. Feel free to grab those, come back in, socialize, and celebrate just a great day in the history of Nebraska Wesleyan athletics. We're looking forward to many, many years of a partnership with the Iowa Conference. Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you. Thank you.